All right, welcome back and welcome to episode 181 of Those Millennials podcast. Today I'm your still humble, grateful host, K the Classic. I'm here with my nearest and dearest, my boys and friends in real life. Jesse here, and we're all black. Jesse, how you doing? How's your pockets? How's your mental health?
Pockets is okay. They okay. I gotta say it
That's
a
good.
little
If
like
they're
this.
okay in
Okay,
December, that's
okay.
good.
Yeah. I got a few checks for a little few things I did. So, stacked up a little bit and got that bonus.
There you go.
Um, it wasn't that great. It was the same as last year, but whatever. Um,
Don't shoot at the
and
employer right now, Jesse. Don't do that. Don't shoot at the 9 to 5.
I got a bonus. That's all. Yeah, I ain't gonna. I mean, they did retroactively pay us. I ain't even getting into all that. Pox is all right. Mentals is there. You know what I'm saying? We're here. We're trying to make it to the end of this year, not the end of life.
Right. Rail's here. Rail, how's your pockets? How's your mental health?
Was Gucci.
I'm gonna let you just go ahead and do it before I go in. Go ahead.
Cat, how's your pockets? How's your mentals?
Oh, mentals is fucked up. So let me start there. Mentals is not all the way there. Let me keep it a bug. I always try to be transparent on this podcast. Mentals is not all the way there, but thanks to my family and my support system and you guys, I've persevered and I'm good and I will be straight. Pockets today is okay. Pockets today is okay. We're gonna be all right. January they'll be a little better, but today we're all right. Again,
I
so
think our slogan should be like those millennials. We gonna be okay.
we gonna
God got us.
we gonna be okay.
God got us.
Full transparency because I know a lot of people watch this. And well, first and foremost, shout out to everybody that watched our last episode. It was one of our most watched episodes in a minute. Shout out to you guys for checking out our last episode. That was fly. Thank you. And all the listeners that continue to listen and support our podcast. But off the top, last week I talked about a situation that was going on, and uh, a big life event happened to me this last week, and life altering. But I won't let this get me down. One door closes, another one opens. It
Mhm.
just sucks that after 10 years of something, when something ends, and it ends abruptly, you just got to recalibrate some things. So that's all I'm going to say because I know some people are checking for this podcast to see what I'm going to say. But, bigger and better things are on the way. And God got me. My support system got me. So everything is up. We straight. And I'll leave it at that. All right, but then again, thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. It helps the pod grow. If you're new around here, please sub up. And if you're listening on any of the audio platforms, please subscribe, leave a comment, and leave a review. 5-star reviews though, only. All right, so off the top, Real, I want to start with this story for real. So, Real, we talked about this earlier in the week. So, your pops came out here for a football game this weekend. You want to talk about that game that you sent your pops to
Oh
this
It was like
God,
the
Sunday?
worst game ever.
God,
Can you
oh
refer to
God.
tell the audience what happened at this game
And
and
then these
what game I'm
motherfuckers had
talking about?
the audacity to do what they did today.
I know,
Go
right?
ahead. I didn't even.
Yeah, and so I mean, I see my pops. He hadn't been to a Vegas Raiders
And your
game, so that
nephew.
was his first. And my nephew went. He's a big Justin Jefferson fan, so they were both excited to go. First
Who are the
Vegas
Raiders playing?
Raiders. They're playing the Minnesota Vikings,
Okay.
and Justin Jefferson plays the Minnesota Vikings, and the Raiders were the home team in Vegas.
Yeah.
So, my pops, I see my pops and my nephew, and first game ever, and there was absolutely no touchdown, and it was like one of the worst games. Justin Jefferson got hurt in the first quarter. I mean,
The
the
first
good thing about it
play.
is that they really enjoyed the ambiance because they had never been inside an NFL stadium, just to feel that energy of the crowd.
Yeah.
Multiple times. It still was something you can't get back a live experience. So that was the dope part. But otherwise, I was pretty pissed off that they play like shit. So fuck the Raiders and their expensive ass tickets.
I joke around Jesse this week. I said, man, the punter's legs is sore, man, from all them 3 and outs, bro.
That punter did not know there was gonna be a leg day.
The punter is like the punter's the only one who was sore.
He did not know it was gonna be leg day. That's all I got to say. Both of them. Both of them. Jesus, that was
0-3. Terrible ass game.
Huh?
Terrible ass game.
A 0-3 NFL game.
In 2023.
2023 when
in 2023.
And then just like what Jesse just said right now, like we're recording obviously we're recording on Thursday night. The Raiders have scored 60 points.
Mm-hmm. The motherfucking
they scored to make up for last week.
The motherfucking audacity.
That's so funny. All right. So normally we start with Rel's pick, but Rel's pick.
Oh, quick question: are we gonna have San Diego Chargers coach on next week? He gonna be sitting on the couch with us.
He might be available. I think he's gonna be available for interviews.
Staley?
He gonna be doing much else.
Yeah, we're gonna put in a call for Staley because
we're gonna see what he's doing. So like I was saying, normally we do Rel's picks, Rel's winning picks, because Rel is still 60% on his wins. But this 56. Week we're gonna do some,
56.
My bad, 56. Let's see, he corrected me. I was trying to round you up. My bad, dog. But this week we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna do what I call things I hate on the internet. We're going to see if this is going to be a longer growing segment on the podcast. It might be because I can find things to hate on the internet all the time. Do you guys want me to go first?
Yes, go first.
Oh, so each one of us is going to do things we hate on the internet, and then we're going to get to not listen, and then we get to our main topic. All right, okay. So number one, and the only one for me, things that I saw on the internet and I hated on the internet. And obviously this is going to be just straight hate, but it's fine. We've talked previously on this podcast about Kai Cenat. I don't like the Kai Cenat Nicki Minaj live stream thing. I don't like that these artists, again, one of her caliber, is doing these algorithm games where she has to go and sit with a very, very popular streamer like Kai Cenat and just sit in his room.
It's crazy, right?
And twerk and almost kick this dude in the head. I don't see the entertainment value in this. And I'm the same dude that says I don't understand people that watch just live streams of people that just talk. And again, I've come around and watching gamers. If you're like excellent at the game, I have a couple streamers I watch. If you're funny, I'll watch a little bit of it. But the people that just sit and watch, little strange to me. So
watch a person just be in their room doing wild, like just doing shit. Like it's incredible what the world has turned into. We enjoy looking through the life of somebody else so much that we will literally sit there and just watch them be in their room. I just think
we're just old, bro. We're just old.
But I mean, this has started since reality TV stuff, so it's right up our alley in the sense.
That goes off. That's like 30 minutes to an hour. You only got to commit 30 minutes to an hour to that. And there's
what I'm saying is just the idea of looking at somebody else live life.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Even just being on Instagram, being on social media.
That's all it is. We just sound old. But so Nicki went to sit with Kai Cenat. I think they were previously she was supposed to go over there for.
Oh, we gonna talk about Nicki's album? Y'all listen to that
if you want to. But she went over there to promote Pink Friday 2. I think I hate this, but I think it's officially her 5th studio album, but in realistic terms, it's probably like her 3rd because she did 3 versions of Pink Friday. But whatever. So yeah, things I hate on the internet: Kai Cenat, Nicki Minaj on the live stream, dancing, twerking. And that's what she's going to use to promote her album, which is
younger people.
Number 1. I think she sold over 200,000 copies in the first week, which is, pretty solid, pretty strong.
Sold 200,000 copies or streamed?
Streamed. Sorry, my bad.
Okay, cool. Well, I was like, I didn't know we still selling albums like that.
Right. So, Rail, your turn. Things you hit on the internet.
Things I hate on the internet. You just dropped this on us, so there's a couple things I hate on the internet.
Okay.
You dropped this on it, so let me give you my list.
Let me give you my list of things I hate on the internet.
First thing I hate is anything involving like the gossipy, like I guess I don't know, like I don't know what that whatever Instagram has changed now, but just like you get like suggestions of other pages you may like all the time. And I don't know if I
Okay.
can
Yeah.
turn that off.
Yeah. No, that's a real thing for sure.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's just fucking annoying
You
because it's
can
like
turn
not
it
only
off. Well, you can snooze it for
It
like
got
30
really
days.
bad like last year, in the middle of last year, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
like especially that, especially like when you see shit like anything involving Blueface, like like so it's like I've been trying
Block it.
like just like there's some like where it's like okay I can keep scrolling past, but like there's so many now spoof shade rooms, excuse me, that is just I don't know, it's just becoming like annoying and they're like becoming worse because they want more shock value. So I would just say this. I guess the things I hate on the internet is just the internet. It's just the fact that
Leave it to Rail to be like, I hate all of it.
no, I mean I
Maybe
just
you're
hate
not a
on
real
like because
place.
like of course like every like you got certain like you should have there's certain sections of everything you should have, but it's like now I feel like Instagram has taken away our control, and and it's kind of like I don't know, it's a love hate thing. I hate social media altogether. So
Bet. Jesse, this is going great.
Oh
Jesse,
man.
things you hate on the internet. Part 1.
Um, part one. Part one. The fake uh how do I put this? The fake argument scenes. There was one video. Oh, I'm about to take a shower, babe, and then he's like, oh, okay, and then, so she's getting all dressed, so he starts to get her. She's like, no, I'm about to take a shower by myself. What do you mean? Like that? It will act
Oh,
like there's not a whole fucking
they're
camera
playing
in your
scenes for.
bathtub,
Yeah.
and y'all having this fake ass conversation right now.
Yeah.
The fake, the fake arguments and trying to create this to go viral. It's first and foremost, you go do it, be a better actor. Second of all, if you go do it,
Leave it to an actor to
don't make
do.
it so obvious that the camera's right there. Why do you have a camera up that you're about to tell you? Why do you have a camera up right when you're about to have this situation? So I'm tired of those because we try so hard to go
It's coming
viral.
for the content creators. Coming for the content creators.
It's sad. It's sad because it's not even it's like you got to be a little more creative than that. Like it's just like come on now. But it's what it is. Uh, it's just knock it off. There's a reason why you wanted to be an actor, but you didn't go for it. That's all I got to say. That's what I would say to them.
All right, this was
You know what I
part
mean?
1 of things we hit on the internet. We'll see if this goes any further. I like it. It was quick and fast. I like that. That was nice. All right, so we're gonna get to not list, which not list is compiled of stuff that we usually aren't gonna talk about, but this week's not list, we're gonna get to all this shit. Some of it is gonna be, um, some of it is gonna be very controversial, not controversial, light toxic. You know what I'm saying? And some of it's gonna be us speaking the truth, and some of it's just gonna be announcements of stuff canceling and starting. That's gonna be happening soon. All right, so I'm gonna say what you're smiling for at the end, so you can wait on that.
I'm just go ahead.
Let me start with the quick ones real quick. So number 1 on our list. This is positive. This is great. I think this is all great for us. So it has been announced that Dave Chappelle is making a return to Netflix with a new stand-up on Christmas Eve. Oh, I'm sorry, New Year's Eve. I apologize. New Year's Eve. A new stand-up is coming to Netflix with Dave Chappelle, and we know how those go. We know what's going to happen with that when that drops. It's usually going to turn the internet upside down. So we'll be looking out for that.
Right off the heels of Chris Rock and Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, right? Taking away they shine. 3, I mean, well, 3. I said 3. So number 2 on the now list, Rel. This is for you. This is a big shout out to you. I know you're ready for this. 2 Las Vegas residencies were announced this week. Rel already posted. If you follow Rel on Instagram, he posted both of them. I think you posted both. I know you posted the Jodeci one, but I don't know if you posted the Wu-Tang. But so Wu-Tang is having a Las Vegas residency at Virgin Hotel, I believe, which used to be Hard Rock.
Oh shit! I didn't know they did that.
Yeah. Hard Rock is gonna be Treasure Island now, right? No.
Oh, they just moved over. Okay.
Just Virgin now.
So my question for you before we get how many members of Wu-Tang are actually gonna come to the residency, dog? Let's be real.
They've been. It's a great question.
Thank you. How many members of Wu-Tang are coming?
For the entire residency?
Yeah, that part.
They may have it planned out that they don't do the entire, like everybody don't do the entire residency. But they've been touring together.
All 14, 17 members of Wu-Tang ain't coming.
They've been touring together. So
they're leaving Wu-Tang East behind. Wu-Tang East, they're only gonna bring Wu-Tang, the original group, which is gonna be, the original 5, the niggas with mics, and probably a few other niggas
5
blunts.
The original was 9.
It was 9.
No, I mean, obviously, you could only do 8 at most of the original. But ODB's son, young ODB, he's been taking his place, and they say he's doing a good job. They've been touring together, so now are they gonna do the entire residency? Probably not. You know what I mean? Niggas got lives.
I'm gonna just be mad if we pull up and just like 6 of these niggas show up or 5 of these niggas show up.
Yo, it gotta be the 5 or 6 you like.
And none of them are method man.
The 5 or 6 you like.
It was always a ghost.
It's the night off for RZA. It's the night off for RZA. RZA's just like, I'm today's my night off.
I would go Chase. Ghostface is my guy. Chef, yes. Obviously, I love Jizza. Yeah, so, but I would love Ghostface. He's the one I would love to see perform.
And then Jodeci. Real, I didn't see which hotel is having Jodeci.
Actually, the House of Blues is doing the first residency.
So House of Blues, which is in Mandalay Bay, if I remember correctly.
Mandalay Bay, yeah. So I mean, that's the one. That's gonna be one. That's the one.
Look, man, there's one thing JoJo don't do. He don't go 70%. he don't go 80%.
Well, that's the reason why Devontae didn't get enough shine in the group. So that was always the issue. So Devontae,
so can we say that Usher made residencies cool for like still relevant-y artists? He made it. Because obviously Las Vegas
has a lot of money coming in
for a long time. Obviously, Drays have had
I would say Mariah made it cool before he did, because Mariah and J-Lo had it before he did.
Right.
Okay.
And so Mariah, J-Lo, Britney
as well. Right.
And so so if you got if you got a good catalog, or you can't do tours, and this residency money, when you find out the amount these hotels are paying for this shit,
yeah.
And right now the money, we've been saying it's been like this for a while.
The money is there. All these artists, especially these
live performance.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. All these legacy acts, like they're noticing, obviously, like they're not making money off of these streaming. You're not making money off
not at all.
When you do these live shows, that's money that goes directly into your pocket for just songs that you've just done throughout your legacy. I'm telling you right now, I'm waiting, and he's in love right now, and possibly a baby on the way. So I don't know if it's coming. I'm waiting on that Nelly residency. They can have my money when that Nelly residency is coming, because I know it's coming.
I mean, I'll also say this. Right now, there's a lot of money in nostalgia acts, and nostalgia stuff is just that's what's going on. It's a little lazy, but
don't want to be up in Tennessee.
He said he's going to be touring soon.
I'm sure one of these casinos would offer T-Pain a bag, and especially just coming off of the Soul Train Awards, winning the Icon Award at the Soul Train Awards, and again, I know his catalog, but just him reminding people of what the hits he's had in his career, I think T-Pain could have a pretty solid residency. I don't know if he can do
I
it
think
solo
so.
dolo, but I think he could do something like that. All right, number 2 on the not list. All right, so this one. Oh, so the real. This one's for you, real, and Jesse, for y'all to talk about because obviously I'm not the baseball guy. I want y'all to talk about this Ohtani contract for the Dodgers. So for you
Mm.
don't know if you're sleeping under a rock, I can't. How do you say his first name?
Shohei.
Shohei.
Shohan Ohtani. Uh,
Shohei.
Shohei.
Shohei. Yeah, Shohei.
Shohei Ohtani. Uh, Baseball phenom, one of talent that we've never seen, probably ever. One of one talent is now going to be playing for the I was about to say Las Vegas, Los Angeles Dodgers in the biggest contract in sports history. I think I saw 700 million. Now, Rel, if you want to go over the splits because this is a very very interesting contract, how the Dodgers dug it out, no pun intended, how they decided to how are they going to pay this man more money than I think I saw 7 of the whole payrolls in MLB.
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, it's a crazy deal. As I'm pulling up the numbers, if you go on a good Instagram page at Bat Flips, they also do like this pretty funny mashup edit of like the Wolf on Wall Street when Leonardo DiCaprio is telling them
I'm
how
not
like
fucking leaving.
no, when he's telling them how they scammed all the people, but
Oh,
he's
he's coming.
talking about he's all like,
Mm.
we got the Ohtani deal. We got him to defer 680 million to the end of it. And he was like, come 2034, we're gonna sell the team. And so basically, yeah, Shohei Ohtani, he's gonna defer 680 million. He himself will get 2 million per year for the next 10 years and get a lump sum of 680 million
Well,
at the
they have to
very
pay like a good amount the first year. They have to pay like something, but from
Well,
there
well,
on, it's like two
here's the
years.
thing. So let me
Yeah,
break it
two
down.
mil.
So he's only getting 2 million. He's only going to get 2 million, but the cap hit is going to be
Cap Hills
47.5,
40. Yeah, they got
which
There
is
we
going to
go.
be the highest AAV in the league, higher than Judge. So they're going to pay a luxury tax to a pool. The only thing is that the thing about it is that Shohei's a 101. Not a lot of players can do this kind of contract. Is because they're banking on his arm. They're banking on both sides of the ball, which is going to be pitching and offense. And when the crazy thing is that I heard from a baseball podcast I listened to on John Boy Talking Baseball. They pointed out the fact that when he retires, the reason why he deferred it is because that 70 million looks like 34 right now with the California taxes. When he leaves and gets that lump sum at the end of it at 680 million, he's going to be living somewhere else outside of California, so he's going to get more of that money because he already makes 60 million. He's already one of the highest endorsed athletes in the world. It's the
Mm.
reason why he's doing this. You know, like so like his New Jersey's already number one. They already said that this 700 million will make it pay for itself before the season even starts. So,
That's crazy.
like I said, it's a crazy deal. He's a 1-on-1. I didn't know the number was gonna be like this, but yeah, he deferred $680 million. So in 2034, the Dodgers are gonna have to pay him 68 million a year for in 10 years, he'll get 68 million a year. And he'll be out of baseball at
I
that
would say.
time.
I'm sorry, but keep going. I'm gonna let you rock me, and then I just want to say something because I know
No, I'm
Jesse.
just saying
I'm gonna
he'll
say
be out of
something quick.
baseball. He'll be out of baseball at that time, and I just think it's not. I personally don't. People, there's been a debate. Is it a bad deal? I said it's not a bad deal. I thought about it. I thought it was a bad deal if the cap didn't get affected, but because because they're going to count 47 million of it against the cap, that's the highest you can pretty much pay a baseball player right now. So I'm not mad at the deal no more. So he got us back. Shout out to Shohei. Baseball gonna be fun. All this to beat the Yankees is crazy though.
Question before Jesse, before you go, Jesse. As obviously all three of us are sports advocates, right? Obviously, you guys more so follow baseball than me. This is one of the times where I talk to a lot of people who don't follow sports, and they ask me all the time that athletes are getting paid, getting too much money. This is one of those times where I was like, it's kind of, to me, again, you guys are saying that he's worth this money. I get it, but I can understand hearing them say that. I was going through the comments, and obviously I don't even know why these people will follow sports accounts if you don't follow sports, but they literally comment and said, "That's more money than this country. That's more money than this country.
Well,
Why is this one person making this amount of money?"
Just like anything else, like these numbers are going to keep going up. Also, in baseball is literally probably the most performance-based sport there is. Like when you come out of when you come out of like MLB, let me break it down real quick. When you come out of the minors, they control you for 7 years, and in those 7 years, they have something called arbitration that they do at the end of each year. So at the end of each year, if you're not performing in the top 10 of that, you're gonna get pretty much a league minimum, or you're not getting slotted in that. Like if you have to basically, they rate you after how who were the top 10 third basemen at your position that year, you know. So for 7 years, you don't get paid. Like these numbers are gaudy, but because they're spending majority of their career not getting paid. Let's just Shohei, who came over, who got paid. But some of these guys, like Aaron Judge, he didn't really get paid. You know what I'm saying? He just got paid, you know, but I don't know. It's just baseball. When people see these numbers, they get mad, but I'm like, damn it, but you have to wait 10 years.
Listen,
you know?
I can see how you look at that number for one person. I can see how you'd be taken aback. Jesse, you can go ahead and go.
Well, I mean, one of the things, just to like go off of what you're saying, the problem is people don't understand, like, and this is like, like you said, the average and the average fan, the average person that don't understand this. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I super understand it, but I will say that if he is getting 700 mil, what do you believe the owner's getting?
They don't think about that part.
That's what I would. They never think about
never
that
think
part.
about
Do
that
you
part.
like? How do you think they pay for this? So who are you
Owner
really
doesn't
mad
want
at?
any of his slice
Yeah,
to
that's
be
what
small. He doesn't want a short slice. Nah.
How do you think they pay for this? Like that's my thing about like when they make this argument, because it's like it's really like, who are you, like, they're designing this, and I say this all the time, they're designing this for you to hate this person or to be mad at this person or put all this pressure on this person, while the real people that should be getting the pressure, the real people that are making the most money, they're sitting back and not hearing anything. So it's just one of those things where I'm like, when you say that's too much money, how is it getting paid? Who paying for it? And does that person have too much money, or is that person about to get too much money, making all the money he's about to make off of this dude?
Right.
Off of this dude, and so it is what it is. But um, I was gonna say that it's interesting because obviously I listen to David Sampson, who I don't listen to his podcast, but he comes on Dan Lebertard show, and he's a
This
former
is one of the
GM.
times when you're not listening to Murder Mystery Black Podcast, when you're not listening to Murder Mystery Podcast.
When I take a break from the murder,
Oh,
yeah,
all right, go ahead.
yeah. Um, when so he's former GM of the Marlins. He's won 2 World Series. He's not a great GM. He didn't do a great job. He won those 2 World Series by just luck, but not luck, but great scouting, but not by whatever. He's notoriously known. If you listen to that Love Show, or if you know anybody in Miami that follows baseball, he's notoriously known for screwing over the city to pay for the ballpark. That's there. We've been to that ballpark, y'all. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad with its angles and everything. It
I
looks
have nothing to
cool
compare it to
inside.
besides Dodger Stadium, so I'll take your word.
It looks cool to be inside, but it's bad with its angles and all this stuff, and it's pretty small when you think about it. But anyways, um, he was talking about like the team. People think that this team's about to be losing money or this is a bad investment for them. They're about to put interest on this whole thing and make so much money off of him that they're doing all this backhanded shit already that y'all don't even know what they doing. So and you think that this is gonna cost the team, like, damn, that's a terrible deal. Like, nah, they making a lot of money somewhere else in some way else. And so I would, if I were y'all, I wouldn't worry about all those things. Just enjoy the baseball, because he's a one of a kind type of dude. And he's been in LA this whole time.
Right.
That's all I got to say. He's
Basically.
been in LA this whole time, and
Time.
now he's about to become a fucking humongous star.
Right. All right. Number 4 on the not list. So adios, kudos, so long, goodbye to a 28-year run by E3. So this week it was announced that there will not be E3. For those who don't know, E3 for the longest of time was a showcase of video games for the last 28 years. So every
Yeah,
year, all the gaming, so Microsoft, PlayStation, Sony, I was gonna call it PlayStation, Sony, Nintendo, they would all come together and showcase new games, new hardware, new software, and they would all come to the LA Convention Center and showcase everything that they had coming out that year and for future years. So
it was Comic Con before Comic Con has always been around, but
right,
what Comic Con has turned into,
right.
it was that before Comic Con.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This really hurt. Made me sad. So they announced that they will no longer be doing it. And obviously there's reasons behind that. Obviously, just they feel like they weren't getting the same interest, especially after COVID. I think 2021 they did that one virtually, which didn't go. I watched that one actually. That one was actually all right. But ever since Sony and Microsoft started doing their own conferences, showing their
Nintendo
hardware and
start doing
software,
their
they no
own.
longer came. They were pulling out of going to E3. So yeah, that kind of that definitely hurt E3, and it just how everything else goes. I would never forget. Real quick memory. I would never forget. Being a kid in LA, going to being in the Boys and Girls Club and going down to downtown LA, and them taking us to E3. I forget what year it was, but it had to be. It's gonna make me sound. It had to be the year of the first Halo. So we went to go see the first Halo Evolved being announced, along with the first Xbox going down there. They wanted a whole bunch of kids and lanyards and shit to be down there to, for the show. And I'll never forget that, man. And then ever since then, I was a big fan of E3. I didn't go, but I remember just like watching it. Especially, obviously, I saw the videos and stuff of when they announced Halo 2. But yeah, E3 has always been a something that whenever I knew E3 was coming out, I always surround my day around it. I would make sure it was something that I watch. I would always check out the new game. I was such a nerd to this point where I would watch and I would write down the games I was interested in, and just be like, okay, I think I'm gonna get this. I think I'm gonna get this. Let me take this to my mom. These are the games I want that are coming up, and
I used to get games off of like, this is the game, this is the talk of the year, like, or this is the game that everybody's talking about right now.
before
This is gonna be
YouTube and
so
everything
big.
came out. This is how you
Yeah.
saw
Oh,
gameplay. This is how you saw
this.
gameplay of all the Grand Theft Autos. This is how you saw the gameplay
That's what I
of
was
all
about
the
to say.
Final
Remember,
Fantasy.
it used to be an event. You
This
had to
used to be
wait,
an
and they
event
was gonna show the trailer
when they
and
showed Super Smash Brothers on the GameCube, and they announced that
bruh.
they were gonna bring players from outside of the Nintendo world on that. It was like a big, again, E3 was huge.
I remember when they announced they were like big announcement, and then they showed the trailer of GTA. I think it was 3. It was 3 or 4, and everybody went wild when they showed the trailer of Madden and showed how the gameplay of Madden. God of War. I remember when God of War first showed up. It was
Yeah.
like,
First thing God of War.
yo,
Anytime they put a Spider-Man game, I remember.
Spider-Man games.
Again, the first E3 that I went to when they were announcing the Xbox and Halo Combat Evolved, I've talked about this person for the longest of time. Obviously, my idol, the person that The Rock announced that Microsoft was making their own gaming console called the Xbox, and he was there holding the controller. It was a big thing, and this was like the wrestler Rock, obviously, like people's elbow still on WWF at the time. Rock. So.
When they premiered the wrestling game, that what was it? Raw versus Raw, Raw versus SmackDown.
They had so many best games, man. But Yeah.
It was that's
Great
crazy.
memories. Thank
And
you.
you
Thank
wouldn't
you. Thank you for the
you
culture memories.
you wouldn't think with all the money that it was making how popular gaming is, but like you said, they just never like how I said what Comic Con became, right? They never evolved. So they hit a point and they never evolved, and then just like in Comic Con, a lot of Disney started pulling out of Comic Con and stopped showing this stuff. So like you said
Started
with the
doing their
big
own
net,
thing. It was like they
yeah,
took out the
why
middleman. It
make
was like, we don't need you. We can do this on our own. We
yeah.
can fund this on our own. We can do it how we want to
Which
do it.
is never as fun when it's like, it's that much more fun when we have them all and we can make a choice
Yeah.
versus I have to just do one. But
Yeah.
it's just crazy because, like you said, with them dropping out, it just, and I remember I used to hear about it getting, the last 2 years it got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it went online in 2021 or so. Yeah, this year and last year it was canceled. So,
Yep.
and I remember hearing that, and I was like, "Wait, what? That's crazy that got canceled."
Should have saw that was a bad sign.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
R.I.P. to E3, man. Big loss. 28 years strong, and just a lot of memories, especially for me and
I remember when they showed Crash
my sister.
Bandicoot.
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, just timeless memories on a whole bunch of games, man. All right, Jesse, let me go stand in the corner.
I
All right.
don't even know why you standing in the corner.
So
I don't know why you
surveillance footage.
standing in the
So
corner.
last on the not list before we get to Draymond
Um,
Green, surveillance footage was
I
leaked.
was smiling about
Wait.
Draymond.
So for those who are listening on audio, I'm doing the air quotes. Surveillance footage was leaked of Jonathan Majors from the night of the alleged altercation, where how should I describe this? Where Jonathan Majors was clearly he was being chased by his ex. I don't remember her name, and I don't care to remember her name. When I say chase, for those who haven't seen the video, so like I know there's people who don't listen and then just check out the podcast. Shout out to you, salute. Um, the only way I can describe this video to you, well, first go check it out when you get a chance. The only way I can describe this video to you is
Weird.
this man was running for his life, and again, it wasn't like this man ran up the street. No, this man looked like he ran 17 New York blocks away to get away from this woman. That's how much he was trying to run and get away from this woman. So it's the video says something, and it's trying to showing that Majors maybe not have to do with any of the charges. We'll see. So Jesse, I'm gonna go stand in the corner. I'm gonna let you rock. So what did you think when you saw the video?
I'm not. I just look. I only got one thing to say. I thought he would be fast. I'm just,
That's it.
he did not. He looked like he looked very unathletic. He's showing that he's athletic, but
That's right. That's
thought
right.
he would look faster. I don't know. He looked like he was running to get caught. That's
You
what
would
it
think
looked like.
with all them jigaboo hats he be
Oh
wearing,
my god.
the nigga would have some
That
speed
ain't
on
me
him.
saying none
Called
of this.
Jonathan Majors had a jigaboo, man. What's wrong with you?
I ain't never
You know how
said. I
he be
ain't say
wearing
none
them
of
old
this.
Negro jigaboo hats he be wearing like he just about
Because
to rap
he
about it,
wears a
like he about to.
Kango. Because he wears a Kango that makes it a
Nah, it'd
jigaboo.
be nice. It's a different kind of head, not even a Kango.
That ain't a
I would just say this,
Kango.
like, I just, like what pisses me off is like, I just don't know why.
Be careful.
I don't know. Like, I guess it's different tastes for different people. I don't know what.
Whoa! Be careful. Be careful. Go ahead though.
I know. I guess it's different tastes for different people, and I'm gonna double down on what I'm saying and add some more on it now, because it's different tastes for different people. Because because I personally don't find the smaller Caucasian woman attractive,
Okay.
and
Bet.
and I don't know why a lot of these, especially in the NFL, like you see it all the time. I'm assuming it's because they go to the South and there's a lot of women down there, white women down there. There's also a lot of sisters down there too. But I mean, on campus, it's a lot of white women on campus. when they go to these schools like Alabama and something. But I don't know why John. I don't know. I just don't. I don't think like race has nothing to do with what happened, but I mean, it just a stupid ass altercation.
Oh, it
With
has everything to do with what happened. Racism always plays a
no,
part.
because you got niggas like Kevin Porter Jr. doing dumb shit, so it doesn't matter,
No. It ain't about preference. It's the optics. Like, and that's why I said race has everything to do with this. It's the optics, nigga. You were running like for your life. It looked like you were running for your life from this woman.
From a white woman in the
Like
middle of New York.
yeah, in the middle of New York. And race has everything to do with this. The video shows this nigga running away from her, and he's the one on trial. It's funny, race has everything to do with it. How did you still take this to court? Like, what the fuck? What smoking gun do you have, prosecutors? I'm confused here. Like, what are we doing here? Or whoever, this is a civil case, right? Or I don't know what it is, but it's it's just one of those things where it's like, man, like that that just looks wild. It looks wild, man. I've never seen it. Like, can you imagine? Like, ask yourself, as much as you've ever wanted to get away from a girl, have you ever ran away? Like, have you ever ran away?
I can't say I have.
Like,
I can't say I have.
I've ignored a girl. I stopped texting. I'll act like I didn't see her, but ran away, bruh. Why
Can't
do
say
you
I have.
have this person in your life? Why do you have this person in your life?
Can't say I have.
Like that you gotta run from her.
Can't say I have.
Like so, I ain't saying nothing negative. It's wild. It's wild.
It was it was wild.
I would love to hear why he had to run. I would love to talk to this nigga. Like, what? I would love to
Yeah, I would
hear
love
this
for him to
story.
be on a real I would love for him to do the interview on a podcast, like a real podcast. Like, don't go sit down with Gail King. Don't go sit down with nobody like that. Go sit down with somebody. Go sit down with Wallow and Gilly and give it up for him. And go give it up
He
for him.
talks he talks a very
He's
much
not one of them dudes to
interest.
sit down and talk to
I know.
people like
I'm
that.
just I'm talking
As
shit.
I was like, he's
I'm
very
talking shit.
introspective. So
Yeah, I'm talking
he
shit.
wouldn't give you. He ain't gonna give you the. They gonna try to get him to talk like nigga. I was
Yeah.
running, but
I'm
no,
talking
he's gonna
shit.
be like
But those
he
are like
think the
that's the ideal
deeper. He's
person.
gonna look for the deeper
That's
things
the
in
ideal
there.
person that I would want him to sit with them. I know
Yeah.
they would get it out of him. They'll get the nigga out of him that we need. All right, that was the end of the not list. Before we get to Draymond Green, I did want to talk about list because there was a list that came out earlier in this week that we can briefly talk about real quick and get to Draymond. So Complex released the 25 most entertaining sports media personalities, and I don't want to go through all 25 because we don't have to, but just know somehow, some way, RG3 made this. Sorry, I'm not made this list, so that you know what I'm saying. They combined the Kelsey brothers, Perks on here. Nick Wright is at 19. Taylor Rooks, Taylor Rooks. Taylor Rooks is at 18. Kevin Garnett's at 17. Parpiece is at 16. Which is they should flip that. Just
We'll just take Paul Pierce off of there.
flip that. Oh yeah, or take him off there. I'm with you. They have so Ryan Clark is higher on the list than Kevin Garnett, which is just wild to me. But whatever.
Are you serious? Ryan
Yes.
Clark is dope.
No. I'm not. Ryan Clark is good. I'm not hating on Ryan Clark, but I just think
Ryan Clark is doing some dope stuff right now.
The defendant that we're going to be talking about, Draymond Green, is number 13 on the list. Everybody's favorite Skeletor, Skipless Bayless is number 11, and then the top 10 real quick. Mina Kimes, who we've talked about that we all love. I think we talked about Mina Kimes on this pod numerous times. I think she's a star, and ESPN better hold on to her. Michael Irvin at number 9. JJ Redick at number 8. Gilbert Arenas at number 7. They combined Mason Cameron at 6. Shaquille O'Neal at 5. Pat McAfee at 4. Charles Barkley at 3. Stephen A. Smith at 2. And then Shannon Sharp at 1. So ESPN owns 4 of the top 5, if I'm correctly off the top of my head. So yeah, list. Anything you guys want to talk about this, or we could just move on to Dray?
Just Shannon Sharp being number one is crazy to me. I mean, he was
Really.
Yeah, he's obviously one of the biggest. I mean, maybe I thought maybe. I mean, maybe he deserves it. I mean, yeah, thinking about it, I mean, the switch. I mean, I don't know, like, that switches him didn't make me. His other stuff has made me more of a fan of him.
Yeah, nightcap. So, real quick before you want to talk about it, so it was just announced yesterday, and I watched it. I watched it this morning. Nightcap. For those who don't know, Nightcap is Shannon Sharp's own personal podcast recap. He normally does Sunday night after all the football games, and then he does another one Monday night for Monday Night Football. But he just announced yesterday that he's going to be adding Gilbert Arenas to his nightcap.
Yeah,
and they'll be doing NBA games, which they did yesterday, which I think is perfect. I watched episode 1 this morning. It was actually pretty damn good. But we know Gilbert Arenas is really good at what he does. He's really engaging, really funny. But yeah, that's what nightcap is. Go ahead.
I mean,
anything you want to talk about this list? You don't. I mean, if you want to talk about,
I mean, it has everybody on there. It's subjective.
Candidates? Anybody that you feel like is missing?
I mean, probably some personal favorites, but I know everybody don't love them
because like everybody is gonna like somebody a little.
Was Bomani on the list? Was Bomani or Dominique Fox?
Bo wasn't on the list. No.
Yeah, see, preference.
You would have Bo on the list. Yeah.
Of course, I have Bo on the list, but I'd have Bo on the list. I have Dominique Fox on the list. They both pretty good. So I bet a lot of the people they put on there
Nick Rat was like funny. At number 19. I'd have Nick Rat around the 13 range.
Nick Rat is
right outside the top 10. I'd have him right outside the top 10 range.
He's a little higher than that. Yeah, I'll give you that. So it's all subjective.
It's all subjective, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Complex. Not shout out to. Well, let me take that back. Complex does a great job of always formulating lists, whether they're good or bad. So,
yeah, they want you to be doing lists, because they know list.
Let's get the talk. List gets engagements. List is
that nothing going on in the summer. Let's talk about a list.
Speaking of engagements, yesterday was just a crazy night in the NBA in general, but specifically, we had Giannis Antetokounmpo breaking the Bucks record for most points in Milwaukee Bucks history, and we had the ball gate, whatever you want to call it, the ball scandal.
Wild.
What
to give it to a nigga that got his first point.
Usually that would have been the story that would have led all the talk shows, but we had something even more egregious happen that led all the sports shows this morning. So Draymond Green yesterday was suspended indefinitely for what would you call it? Spin backhanding Yusuf Nurkic.
It wasn't a backhand.
What would you call it?
That nigga hit him with full front four.
It was an open palm, no, but yes, he
gave him
open palm. It was open palm, but yes, he gave him
full force open palm.
Full force,
that was open palm.
Spin, pop in the face.
He was just missing the powder.
Adam Silver literally let down the sledgehammer and suspended him indefinitely. So currently there is no timetable on his return to the Golden State Warriors. Obviously Yusuf Nurkic said some comments that add some flame to the fire. I'm not gonna get on his comments, but I will, because they're playing right now as we're recording right now. They're playing the Clippers, and before Steve Kerr did have some comments that came out that I want to read real quick. So Steve Kerr, when he was addressing the media talking about Draymond, said the Draymond, the one who choked Rudy Gobert, the one who took a wild flail at Yusuf, the one who punched Jordan Poole last year, that's the guy who has to change. And KD made some very, very I thought they was cool comment.
Steve Kerr said that?
Steve Kerr said that. And then last night, KD made some comments that again, like I said, I thought they were cool. I thought everything was squashed between them. Draymond went on his podcast last year and talked about how they were cool and they whatever. Draymond said some
Yeah, but
stuff
doesn't
that,
mean that the nigga ain't tripping. Don't be
yeah,
tripping.
that's true. Draymond basically said this man needs help, which again, it might be true. Obviously,
KD said it.
KD said this he needs some help. He hope he gets the help that he's searching for. But yeah, man, Dre. So I saw this. This was wild to me, and I almost didn't want to believe it. So, it I know we like to think of this like this, but Draymond Green, since punching Jordan Poole, has been suspended 4 times. He punched Jordan Poole in 2022. Literally
He
like
was
this
suspended.
year.
He's been
But
suspended
since
3
then,
times this
he's been
year.
suspended 4 more times in the calendar year since the Jordan Poole incident, which is just like, I mean, we're here. I was out. The people talked about Dre. I was always like, nah, but he gets a lot of texts, but he's not Sheed. We in Sheed territory now, bro. I mean,
This is
obviously
not
not as
Sheed.
far as
More text than
infractions.
Sheed.
I know,
This
no.
is worse than.
I'm
This is
talking
worse
about
than
just.
Sheed.
I'm talking about I'm talking about technical fouls. Sheed still has more technical fouls, but we're talking about incidents. Obviously, yeah, Dre got him beat. Dre got him like beat as far as physical hitting altercation. But we talk about like just technical fouls. That was the record that I thought nobody would touch in Sheed. Dre's got a chance now to catch Sheed in technical fouls. But I've talked long enough. Rel, I know you've long been one of these guys that don't like Draymond. You've called Draymond a hack on this podcast plenty of times. You don't think I don't want to take words out of your mouth, but you don't think Dre's a Hall of Famer, right?
He's a Hall of Famer, definitely is.
Okay.
It's the NBA Hall of Fame. Mitch Richmond's the Hall of Famer, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
that's
Let you rock out, man. Go
fucked up.
ahead. So what'd you think?
But
what do you think about Dre, man?
you know, it's 2 things. There's one thing now. At first, I didn't watch the game. This week, I only watched the Lakers. So I plug in on games I wanted to check in. So I didn't really care to watch that particular game because the Warriors are not a fun watch for me right now. So the first thing is like, Draymond, this is how I know you lying. It's because you
lying
talking about how you didn't try to hit Yusuf Nurkic in the face. Is because you talking about you were working on like you was trying to free yourself on offense. When the fuck have you ever freed yourself on offense, Draymond?
Freed themselves to pass the ball, real.
When have you ever done anything on offense, Draymond? It seems like the only thing you add to your bag is stomps, kicks, and dick grabs. And I don't know why you feel the need to do this, but I think I figured it out. I think he knows what's on the horizon. Because right now in Golden State, I'm pretty sure they're talking about trading him. And I think this is going to be his last year in Golden State. They're going to find some way to get off this. Yeah, I think they're going to trade him.
Do I think he needs a new scenery? Yes. But damn, do I think that hurts the Warriors so much? Yes.
What's the difference? What's the difference if they was to get Siakam, another hack who can't shoot, versus Draymond?
What did I say in the chat? I said I don't know what's
tripping, bro.
I said I was like, whatever worse than trouble is, that's what the Warriors are in right now. Whatever is worse than trouble, that's what the Warriors are in.
And I will land on this. Yeah. It's just that overall, I just think that, like Draymond, he has a problem, and indefinite suspension is good because now the NBA you're gonna have to get help on the NBA's time now. And the whole thing is like there's so much more. Like, I mean, I don't know if people are pointing out the fact it's just foreign players. I don't believe that. I don't know what the hell is wrong with it because there's so many.
That's crazy.
There's so many times where you can walk in the house and somebody be dead and you be just
crazy.
putting away the bloody knife. You know,
I was gonna. You know what's funny? Because I was gonna be
Yusuf
like
Nurkic.
The funny thing. I was gonna be like, well, no, there's LeBron.
Steven Adams.
There's LeBron.
Yeah, Steven Adams.
LeBron.
But no,
but he's also. he's done dirty shit to other people.
No, yeah,
But
Kevin Porter Jr.
there's LeBron. Even though the one that was out, I feel like he's actually justified. But anyways, I just it's funny with him. And when you said it was nothing but foreign players, I was like, nah, that was Rudy Gobert. Oh yeah, he's
And then
French.
I just ran through like 4 of them off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Steven Adams, Rudy
Sabonis.
Gobert, Yusuf Nurkic, Rudy
Yeah,
Gobert.
but he's done shit to others. It's
And
like here's what I would just say. It's something that it's like you could say last year they were saying it was his contract. He got the contract, and now this year, what are we saying? We
4
keep trying to
years.
find an excuse. And what the truth is that they started to show it to us last year, where these two guys are looking at Steph still be not the top of his game, but still be really, really close to it. And they are fleeting and they're falling and they can't, you know what I mean? Clay knows since last year, like, bro, like I don't got it, but I'm not gonna let somebody stop me. But what did he start doing? Putting up the 4. They got to do all those things because you got to make up for where your insecurity lies. The game is
Crazy. Not to cut you off because I'm looking at the stats of the game right now, but Clay's actually balling. Steph only has 15. Clay has 30. And he shoot 8 for 12.
Good job at him. What did he do yesterday?
I know. Back to back. You're right.
Okay, exactly. He has 30 today. That's the first time this season. Like, look, what I would say is, do I think they all the way done? No, but do I think they digging themselves in a hole that they can't get out of? Yeah.
They need a trade bad.
They dropping all these you dropping all these games, and in the conference. So and with Draymond, I don't understand. I truly don't understand. Like some things that he's doing, it's like it's clearly like you're just like fuck it. Like you know who said it? Van Lathan said it best. He moves with it doesn't like he's untouchable. And it's like, and you just doing shit like your mouth. You could say whatever you want with it, but you don't get that type of way of being on the court. Like,
and
it's just weird that some of the stuff he does. It's like that's not even a basketball move.
Let me add one thing to it is that like I just truly feel like that the biggest ball that has been dropped is by Steph Curry because like I heard a lot of this today and can't remember the podcast where I'm gonna give credit to them when they said that he can literally point to him and say that second contract you got just now, that's me. The reason why you're on this fucking team, that's me. The only reason why you're in Golden State, that's me. So you need to set these screens a little bit harder. You need to hack a little bit harder, Draymond. And you need to grab a few more rebounds and throw a little bit more, whatever it is the fuck you do out here.
And when I'm not
try
playing,
to help me win.
You better play. When I'm not playing, you better play.
I just never seen a more prideful 6 rebounds in my fucking life. And it embarrasses me that we have to talk about this trash. Trash, bro. In the context, we might as well consider him in the context. Like, I really like Bruce Bowen should be in the Hall of Fame then. Bruce Bowen should be in the Hall of Fame.
All right. Now, you're mad
disrespectful.
Don't fucking.
Disrespectful.
Oh, fuck out of here.
Disrespectful.
I've never seen a more ferocious 6 rebounds. It's incredible. It's incredible. Like I don't like
you see, they play way better with that man on the court.
Draymond can literally guard 5. Draymond can guard 5 positions really, really fucking well.
Not anymore.
No,
that's what I want to get to. This is what I want to. This is what I want to really get to when it comes to him. It's one of these things where it's like he's. This is not gonna probably make sense, but I'm gonna try to make it make sense. He has that same syndrome, that same feistiness. Like Chris Paul has little man syndrome, right? Basically, I don't have all the gifts and so I have to do little.
By the way, you bring him Chris Paul, another dirty player, but keep going.
That's what we're getting to. I gotta do a lot of shit that ain't cool to get to be able to play in this game. Mm-hmm. Draymond got away with doing a lot of shit that ain't cool because I can't make up for being unathletic. I was like, and I can't jump out the gym, and I'm not as tall as y'all. So what am I gonna do? Every time I jump to get a rebound, I'm gonna kick my leg out as fucking far as I can because you're gonna want to get out of the way of my legs and make a bunch of noises. You know what I'm saying?
Dre feel like that about everything on the offensive end, where he like, I can't do none of this shit, so I gotta make up for it by hacking, smacking niggas in the face. Like
He actually told the truth when he said, I had to fail a flail to over exaggerate to get the call.
Draymond,
Because that's what he
who's
does
calling a foul on the perimeter for you in 2023? Get out of here.
He gets calls for that, man. Don't do that.
Kevin, kiss my ass.
That's what I just don't understand.
He gets held, man. He gets held a lot again. I watch Warriors.
Bro, for that handoff screen, I know one thing what I'm not doing.
I'm not
guarding you, Draymond. I'm
gonna tell you right now. I don't know how niggas have yet to figure out that handoff screen. I don't know how niggas have yet to figure out
of it in fifth gear. That's
coming around. Just
it's
run
a fire when you see Steph Curry run past you and it looks like he's open. Your heart stops. I think not Gilbert. Somebody said this. I think Jeff Teague said this. He was like, if you see Steph Curry run past you and he just seems like he's open, your heart drops a little bit in your stomach because you know what's gonna happen. Like your heart drops, and I'm with him. I haven't had to guard him, but if I see Steph come off a screen and he looks like he's open,
remember those dudes we had to.
In your mind, you're already saying, "Fuck."
Remember those dudes we had to play at the rec that had a whole fucking playbook?
Oh, they had plays.
And they just was shooting those threes. We had to chase them niggas around. You gave them just a little bit of space.
So okay, before we get up out of here quick, how long do you think he's gonna be gone? And it doesn't matter. Do you think the Warriors are dead in the water? They're a playing team?
They need to go get OG Anunoby and send Wiggins back to Canada and make a move.
Yeah.
By the way, they put Wiggins on the bench.
Yeah, no, they need to send Wiggins to Canada, get OG Anunoby over here. And I would even try going after Jeremy Grant possibly, you know. Or a Brogdon, you know. I think you know, like I would even try to see if you can get a Brogdon or a Jeremy Grant, but I think the Warriors did a move, and you know, but because I don't think you can.
They can't find a dude that can do. It's weird that they can't, but they can't find a dude to do what Draymond does. That's the crazy part about it.
The thing is, like I don't believe that because I believe they can go small with Looney, like. Draymond, it makes their defense flexible in the fact that you can switch everything, but I don't believe their defense is that bad. Like if you make a move and like I don't know, like but also you got to also think too that they've also now blown. I don't give a fuck what anybody says about Moody or Kuminga. They've now blown 3 lottery picks now.
They got it so wrong.
So you've gotten the Moody, Kuminga, Wiseman picks wrong. You've gotten all of them. You've gotten damn near all your draft capital wrong. So it's like nobody's even like people may still have value in Kuminga and Moody, but who the fuck is gonna believe in these guys are gonna take me to a championship one day?
Nah, not with the offense they presently run. It doesn't fit them. You can clearly see Kuminga struggles with it because. Like it's not like he doesn't still play well, but it's like it doesn't lend to what his best attributes, and it requires you to, he wants to do athletic, cutting and dash to the basket, and that's not really their offense. You know what I mean? So that's why I said they don't find a guy that does what Draymond can do, which is like he can put people in their place in the offense. And the moving around and just setting the dribble handoff or all that stuff. He does it very well. I don't know how, and I don't know how nobody else can emulate it. It's crazy.
All right. So quick yes or no. Do you guys think that the Warriors may? So you said we all agree that they need to make a move. Do you think they make a move before the trade deadline? Rel, I do. Yes. Yeah. Jesse,
I want to say they make. I want to say they're making calls. Okay. They're definitely making calls. Unless I don't know what they gonna do. Wait, we ain't gonna talk about the IST champs.
Oh
We
yeah. So
ain't gonna
quickly,
talk
I mean,
about the
obviously, quick Lakers corner.
IST champs.
We this was a big topic that what do you guys think? Rail already know his how he feels. I think Jesse, I'm gonna ask you because I already know how Rail feel. How do you guys feel about the Lakers hanging up a banner when they first game back when they go back to crypto? They're gonna hang an IST championship banner up in crypto / Staples.
I think they got to make it a different kind of banner, not the thick one, not the big
I think
one,
they
but like
said
a
that.
little small.
They said
Yeah, a
to make
little
it
small one, just like basically like for winning just like if you won your division. Put that. That's all you need. Or put it on it, it ain't gotta be big. And people will be talking. This is the thing about it. Do y'all want it's funny. The Lakers winning, it ain't that big of a deal.
that sounds mighty familiar. Like the bubble. Sounds mighty familiar.
The Lakers winning ain't that big of a deal. You motherfuckers, but if the Lakers
If
lost
the Lakers lost, they'd have been up in
to
arms.
Indiana,
They'd have been up in arms.
it would have been
It would have been officially Tyrese Halliburton's coming out party, parade,
exactly.
balloons.
And
We would
what I
talk
would
about
say,
LeBron.
this tournament is built for the younger stars. This is the opportunity for the younger stars to tell you I'm here before even the playoffs. Those that don't even won't be able to make the playoffs and stuff. You know what I mean? So I see and understand that mindset of like, this shouldn't be on a career like LeBron's and AD's who's been there for so long. Shouldn't be considered this big achievement. But if they don't take it seriously and do all those things, how do you place importance on it? How do you
Right.
make people invest?
That's true. Rel, go ahead. Tell everybody how you feel about the Lakers hanging up an IST championship in the Staples.
It's fine. It's Silver's call. I don't think we really wanted to do it, but I'm fine with it because it's ours. So I mean, how they're gonna do it is they're gonna do like an in-season tournament banner, and they're just gonna add years to it. And
Yeah.
when you win it, and it's perfectly fine because the league needs something else to matter, and like and like because the season, the best team. I believe the NBA season is so long, you can reward a team or a good regular season team, and hopefully, this season tournament reflects that a good regular season team and becomes a reflection of that. Most times you can get, hopefully you can get both of those, but I don't know. I think in order for this to mean something, you got to start somewhere. So,
gotcha. All right. I'm on the fence, but Charles Barkley already said he's going to clown the Lakers. But again,
it's because the media always has to talk shit about. They try to discredit the bubble. Everybody has now 70
They do
fucking
it.
podcasts about
It's
how nobody
annoying.
wants to be there. But then if you wanted, you would. Clippers haven't even made a fucking Western Cup. Well, they had a couple Western Cup.
I was mad about when Lou Will said that bullshit. When Lou Will went on that, I forgot. I don't even know if it was Knuckleheads or whatever pod he was on. And he said that shit. It made me mad. It was like,
what did he say?
The gist of it was the Clippers wasn't really going for the bubble championship. They wanted to go home. They were done. They didn't really play hard enough to win. That's what Lou basically said.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Lou. Shout out to Lou Williams.
Say thanks a lot, whatever. That's that loser mentality. That's that Clipper mentality. That's that Clipper mentality. I'm sorry, y'all team was built to win, and we didn't care. We didn't get the fuck out of here. That's a lie. Y'all niggas just didn't want to win. Like that's it. Y'all niggas is not winners. Sorry, you have one winner on there. You only have one winner on there, right. and his name. And that nigga don't want to even play no more.
He's played every game this year. Jesse, don't do that to him.
Oh wow! Oh, that's crazy. What's this year again for him?
His contract is up, Jesse, and he needs to play 65 games in order to be on the All NBA. So yeah, he knows what time it is. That's crazy that happened at the same time that his contract is up and he's trying to make money. His final big deal, and he needs to play 65 games. That's crazy. That's wild.
Crazy that this nigga's degenerate knees is very degenerate.
All of a sudden, playing back to backs. It's freaking crazy.
Back to back. But what are they not doing though? Winning.
They just beat the Golden State Warriors while we're recording right now. All right. thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. It helps the pod grow. Helps the pod go a long way. Sub up, sub up if you're new around here. And yeah, we're those millennials. For Jesse, for real, I'm Kev. We're those millennials, and we're out.